independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, and welcome to this spooky YouTube Live. If you're new here, I go live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I normally don't have headwear like I do today, but I decided to do that since it's Halloween tomorrow. So this is my little ears. I live about an hour north of Disney, so I've got all kinds of Disney themed ears. And this one is from, see if you can guess. I'll give you guys a couple minutes, maybe you can figure it out. It's one of the Disney villains. I'll give you a hint. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my video so I can see your comments as you arrive. Let's see here. Make sure I mute everything too. As you join, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I love hearing from you guys every week. It's so cool. Sometimes you get people from all over the place. There we go. I muted myself so you don't have to hear me. Maleficent, that's right. Yay! My Maleficent ears, I love them so much. I love how they have so many different themed ears from all the different movies and everything. My favorite Disney movie is Coco, and I really want to see if I can get some from that movie. And that's fitting because, was it Dia de los Muertos is Friday, so it's one of my favorite. I just love that movie. It makes me cry every time, but it's so vibrant and colorful. I just love it. Hi. Oh, there's so many of you on today. Look at that. Thanks so much for joining. Hi, Caramel Cutie. Hi, Jean. Hi, Joan. Hi, Diana. Hi, Mom. Hi, Case. Hi, Jennifer. Yes, it's Halloween tomorrow. Does anybody have any fun plans? What are you guys doing tomorrow? My son is 13 now. I have to think about it. Hi, Charlotte. Thanks for joining us. So he's kind of grown out of the trick-or-treat phase, so we don't really go trick-or-treating anymore, but we started doing where we watch some scary movies or Halloween themed movies. I'm not really into the scary stuff as much anymore. I like the Disney, the little kid Halloween movies like Hotel Transylvania and things like that. But we did watch Saw a couple nights ago. My son had never seen that. It had been years since I'd seen it. I can't believe it's almost 20 years old. That's crazy, that movie. But yeah, so we'll probably just watch a Halloween or a scary movie. Your Ethan is 14 and still going out with friends. Oh, that's great, Joan. Hi, Gail. Thanks so much for joining us. Yeah, my son's kind of a homebody. I'm always like, do you want to have friends come over? And he's like, no, I just want to hang out here. And anymore, like since kids can talk on their phones and like Zoom with people and FaceTime, he sees them through the phone. So he just doesn't feel the need to be in person with people, I guess. So I don't know. But he likes hanging out with mom and dad, which I'm not upset about at all. We did do a trunk or treat over the weekend. My mom and my sisters and my nephew were all here. And we had a church down the street did a trunk or treat. So we took my nephew, had brought his costume. He was a Spider-Man with all the little padded muscles and stuff. It was really cute. And my mom had made these cute glow-in-the-dark skeleton bags. I should have grabbed it before I got on here. So my nephew brought his and my son was like, I'm not gonna bring it, I don't need it. And then of course we went to every single car and all the grown-ups were trying to give my son candy. So he's like shoving it in his pockets. And finally some nice lady had these pillowcases that they donate to some local charity. And she gave him one so he could put all of his candy in the pillowcase. It was very nice. So my Halloween nails, I just got them done. They're not really Halloween, they're kind of fall, but I told my husband I should have gotten them done earlier, about a week or so ago, when my son went to districts for bowling, because his school colors are green and gold. So this would have kind of matched the theme of that. But the girls, actually, I was just telling my husband, the girls bowling team went to state. They're down in Orlando right now, and the coach just sent us a text that they finished the round of bowling games that they did today, and they're moving on to the final round tomorrow. So they're at least going to be in the top 4 for the state, which is awesome. They're doing a great job. But Okay, well, it looks like there's so many of you on here today. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I have a lot of really cool announcements. So, as you've probably heard, I will be doing a giveaway today, and you do have to be present to win. I'll explain that in just a second. But I'm also going to announce my holiday card crafting series, and I'll have a bunch of details to share in just a second. But before we get into all that, I'm going to go over a couple quick announcements and then I'll tell you all the details for that, okay? So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited about it. I've been working really hard on it and I hope you guys are really excited. So let me turn the camera around. So like I said, just a couple quick announcements, Stampin' Up announcements. I'll try to go through them fast because it's just reminders, basically, the end of the month, some promotions that we have that are about to end. And then I'll get into the fun crafty stuff, okay? Oh, so many people catching me live that have to watch a replay. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Lori. Usually one of my replay warriors. That's all right. Everything is busy. I totally understand, especially the next couple weeks. It's going to be crazy, crazy busy. So, okay, actually, before I turn the camera around, I'm going to tell you real quick about the giveaway so that you can work on what you need to work on. You can do what you need to do for the giveaway. So I have a pack of peppermints. These are the coveted real red and white peppermints that have been like, they'll be in stock for like 6 hours and then they'll sell out. So this is what I'm giving away today. Okay, so what all you have to do is I am going to put a Google form in here. I'm gonna do it right now. Put it in the chat. And then I'm going to try to pin it to the top so that pin message. Okay, so it's at the very top. Okay, so what you need to do is you fill out that form. It's really short. You just put in your email address, your name, and you answer a couple questions. Then at the end of the video, I'm going to pull up a little app on my computer and I'm going to pull a winner randomly. I'm using a website called Wheel of Names. Feel free to use it if you run your own little giveaways or you need to pick random names for something. So all you have to do is fill out that form, and then at the very end, I am going to pull up all the names that have filled out that form. So do it now so you don't forget throughout the video. But before we get off of here, I'm going to pull up that form. I'm going to put all the people that have filled out that form, I'm going to put the names in that Wheel of Names app, and I'm going to run it through, and I'm going to pick a winner. Now, when I announce your name on here, you need to make a comment in the live chat to acknowledge that you're still here. The screen froze. So at the very top, Charlotte, I pinned the message to the very top of the chat so that it'll stay up at the very top so you can see it. On my screen, it looks black and it says Stamp Camp with Jen in yellow letters right in the middle of a black bar. So just look in that live chat box and you should be able to see it, okay? So all you have to do is fill out that form. I will pick the name at the end. And then, like I said, once I call your name, just put something in the chat acknowledging that you're still here so that I know, because like I said, you have to be present to win. And then you'll send me a message with your mailing address and I'll ship these out to you, okay? So easy peasy, it's not that hard. The form, you just fill it out real quick. It should take you like a minute max, okay? All right, so now let's turn the camera around and I'm gonna go over a couple quick things here. There we go. All right, so real quick, sorry, I hope it's not freezing a lot on the screen because I know my internet, I live in Florida and my internet's not always the greatest. Sometimes it freezes. Lately it's been a little choppy, so I apologize if it does. Okay, so just a couple quick announcements. Like I said, the kits collection sale up to 30% off of kits through tomorrow. It ends tomorrow. So if you've been waiting or kind of thinking about what kits you want, make sure you scoop those up before it's gone. The awesome starter kit special also ends tomorrow. It's tomorrow's last day to take advantage and get $155 worth of product for only $99. That's a really great deal. And the products that I'm going to show you today that are from the online exclusives release, they are pre-ordered and or they're in pre-order status right now, which means demonstrators can order them before anybody else. And if you want to get them today, you can get the starter kit and add those items to your starter kit. So you don't have to wait until November 5th when the new pre-order or when the, excuse me, when the new online exclusives items come out. So you can get them today as a demonstrator. I'm always looking for people on my team. That's a great way to get a discount on your favorite Stampin' Up! Products. And demonstrators will actually be able to see the new spring mini catalog in the middle of November. So if you become a demonstrator, you'll be able to see the new January through April mini catalog, as well as the celebration brochure and the new online exclusives, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I think, or maybe it's the scrapbooking brochure. There's something else that you'll be able to see in the middle of November as well. There's lots of stuff going on. I can't keep it straight sometimes. All right, and then this month, my little extra thing that I'm doing for my customers is if you place a $50 or more order with me, you will be invited to an exclusive crafting event that I'll be doing on YouTube. I will send you a private link and you'll just click on that link. We will do a demonstration. I'll have a giveaway there as well. And then after the project demonstration, I will email you the PDF tutorial with the measurements and all the supplies in case you want to recreate the project that we're making, okay? That's something that's exclusive just for people that place an order of $50 or more. All right, and then today I shared on my YouTube channel my new Stamp Camp to Go featuring the Hearts, what is it? Hearts of Elegance bundle. So this is from those online exclusives that are coming out. I love the font. This drew me first thing as soon as I saw that font. I was like, I have to have it. But then it's girly with the hearts and the pinks and all that. So I was just sold on this right away. So this is what we're going to be doing for my Stamp Camp to Go. Now, if you want to do a monthly subscription, you'll save a little bit of money. And after 6 months of consecutively subscribing, you'll get to choose a free stamp set up to $27 in your choice. So if you want to choose this option, you need to do that by November 1st. If you only want to do the one-time payment, you have until November 4th because I won't be able to order any of this stuff until November 5th. So the one-time payment you'll get until November 4th to sign up for that. So here's a little preview of the cards we're going to be making for Stamp Camp to Go. And you get kits to make 2 of each card. So you get 8 card kits, as well as half a pack of paper, some ribbon and embellishments. All the details are on my website. And there's the other one. I just love this suite. It's so pretty. So you have 3 like flat cards, and then this one is a little fun fold. The one time, there are a couple different pricing options. One includes the bundle and one doesn't. If you go to stampcampwithjen.com/stampcamp2go, all in one word, all the details are right there. I'm sorry I don't have them off the top of my head, but all the details are right there. And if you subscribe to my newsletter subscribers got all the details today as well. Oh, thanks so much, Diana. Yes, Jan, the DSP is beautiful. I'm gonna show that before we get started on our project today. But yeah, so November 1st, if you want to subscribe, if you want to do the one-time payment, you have until November 4th for that. And then, so these are the online exclusives. This is the flyer. So this is that paper, and then the bundle is right here. It's gorgeous. I'm going to show you, you'll see a close-up of it here in a second before we get into the project. So, okay, so my last little announcement I want to make for November. So you're getting a little sneak peek of this. So I'll have more details and a reminder of this going out to my newsletter subscribers on Friday on November 1st. But I just want to kind of share this with you a little early so you can kind of see a little preview. So in November and December, I'm going to do a free card class each week. So when you join me here Wednesday at 7 p.m., set your alarm, set a timer, whatever, so you don't forget. I will do a free card class, and I'll do just like I'm doing today. Each of these weeks, I will do a giveaway where you have to be present to win. And then we'll make 3 projects. I haven't decided if I'm going to make it around a specific bundle or stamp set, but we're going to use products from the mini catalog and make 3 projects each week. Okay, so this is free for everyone to watch. Join me, grab a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and sit down and watch me make the projects, excuse me. And, you know, comment, let me know what you think. And then if you place an order with me by Sunday each week, so it doesn't have to be each week, but whatever week you want to get the card kits, you watch the video Wednesday, you have until Sunday night at midnight Eastern time to place at least a $35 order, and I will send you the card packets or class packets for free. Now, if you bump it up to $50, I will also give you a free embellishment of that week. I will announce it when I do the card class right at the beginning. I'll let you know what the embellishment is. So if you decide you want to do that. Oh, thanks, Joan. I'm so glad. You're one of my top people. You're always telling me how great. You're a good stroke to my ego. You're always so sweet letting me know how much you love my projects. I really appreciate it. So that's going to start next week. So next Wednesday, we're going to have our first free card class. So just make sure, like I said, set a reminder, whatever you need to do to make sure to join me. I will have a live giveaway just like I'm doing tonight. We'll make the projects, and then as long as you place your order by Sunday at midnight, make sure to use my host code if your order is under $150. If it's over $150, don't use the host code. You'll get Stampin' Rewards to get free stuff, plus you'll get my card kit and whatever the embellishment is for that week, okay? So this is just something I wanted to do for the holidays. I thought it would be lots of fun, give you guys some extra crafty inspiration, especially with the holidays. Everything's so busy. This will be really easy for you to go back and recreate some projects and get some crafty time in between all the holiday hustle and bustle. So, hopefully I'll see you guys next week for our first one, okay? But like I said, if you're a newsletter subscriber, this will be a reminder for this will be in my newsletter on Sunday morning. If you haven't subscribed, head over to stampcampwithjen.com and make sure to subscribe today, okay? All right, so let's get into today's project. Let me show you what we're gonna make. So this is really, really fun. This is actually a heart-shaped card. That's all we're gonna make. It looks maybe complicated, but it's really super simple. This was actually inspired by one of the project samples that Stampin' Up did. And so I just kind of went on there and figured it out. They kind of explained how they did it a little bit, but I had to go in and finagle with it a little bit. But it's really fun. It fits in a envelope. So you can make your own, but honestly, you don't need to. And I personally don't like to waste designer series paper on envelopes that people are going to throw away when I can just use a white envelope and save time. But if you wanted to make an envelope, you definitely could. Let me grab one real quick. Okay, yeah, so this fits in a regular A2 envelope. This isn't a Stampin' Up envelope. I ran out of Stampin' Up envelopes. They're in the mail. I had to place an order, but this fits in a regular envelope, so you don't need to make a special envelope. Like I said, I don't like to waste, especially this gorgeous DSP. I'm not wasting it on an envelope. So let me show you. I'm going to give you a close-up of the paper. This is the Marbled Elegance 12 by 12 designer series paper. It's so pretty. You can always decorate. That's right, Joan. You can always put, a lot of people put the little DSP on the flap, and then you don't have to use as much of it. You can kind of stretch it that way. So I am going to, see, I have a bunch of scrap pieces already. But look, anything that's got this gold in it is just beautiful. And then these pretty flowers on the back. And then this one has, they look like leaves or like little wheat pieces to me. And then more gold marbling. So I think I shared the video before, but Stampin' Up shared how they made these paper, and they did like a big paint pour and then took pictures of it. It was so cool. We did that kind of craft one time years and years ago. My mom came over and had a bunch of canvas, and we did paint pours and threw glitter on it and stuff. It was really cool. So these look like jeans to me, like pink jeans. That's what it reminds me of. And all this gold. I love it. It's so pretty. And then this is some stripes, more gold, gorgeous. And then this is like a little heart pattern, very pretty. And some more gold and swirls. Yes, Joan, thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't as well. Okay, but this paper, this is one of those online exclusives items that will be out on November 5th, which I believe is next Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I did a lot of die cutting beforehand because I know how excruciating that is to watch people die cut stuff, especially if I can do it ahead of time. But I'll show you what I use to die cut certain things. I am going to do the die cutting for the frame just to show you how I did that, but the rest of it's pretty straightforward. So I went ahead and did that already. So I ran out of my magnetic sheets. So I'm still finagling with these dies. I'm kind of waiting for Stampin' Storage almost always does like a Black Friday sale, and I usually wait until then to order stuff. So I am trying to hold on until then to order more, but I may just have to break down and order it. Okay, so these are the dies that come in the, what did I do with it? The Hearts of Elegance die set. Oh, I just put it right here. Yeah, so these are the Hearts of Elegance dies. You get these two sheets. You can see there's a bunch of different 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different hearts. One has the little stitching in it. A bunch of them are just open hearts. This one is also, these two kind of layer inside of each other. So you could make a frame by die cutting these at the same time. But then there's also this beautiful stitched die right there. So that's really pretty. And then there's 2 open hearts here. This one is humongous. I have my ruler over here. So this thing measures about 4.5 inches wide. This is a big heart. And then from top to bottom, it's probably about 4.25. So this thing is big. So you can make a whole card. That's what we used for our card base, is this big heart here. Excuse me. So I went ahead and I die cut 2 Melon Mambo hearts using that large die. And then I also die cut one of these pieces of designer series paper. So if you look at the back side, the paper that has like this jean pattern here, this is what I used for the hearts, okay? And then for the inside, you notice I have a little piece right here. So this is actually using this stitch die right here. That's what I used for the inside, because this layers perfectly inside here, just like that. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. I agree, Jan. Okay, so I'm going to put those off to the side. Now to make our little gold frame, I'm going to show you how to do that real fast. If I can get all my pieces out of my face. Here we go. Okay, so I do want to mention the gold foil sheets are on low inventory right now, which is not surprising considering this paper is coming out. So I think a lot of people are just ordering it to go with the paper, which makes sense because you want to have lots of gold to go with it. So what we're going to do is, you see here, I kind of put the bottom of the heart in a corner to make it stretch further. You can do that to make it a little bit easier, which is what I'm going to do at this other end here. So I'm going to take the point of my heart and put it in the corner, and then I'm going to actually put this in the center, and I'm going to tape these both down at the same time and see if we can get this to go through all at once. So I'm going to take some Post-it note tape. This is very low tack. It's not going to rip your paper. I'm just gonna take a couple pieces. If you need some of this, this comes in a pack of 2. There's a bunch of this tape, and you can find it in my my favorite things at stampcampwithjen.com. I have an Amazon affiliate link for this. So if you wouldn't mind using that to help me out, that would be fantastic. But we're going to line this up as best we can and tape it down so that it doesn't move. And then I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'll bring in my embossing machine. All right. Now we're just gonna put that down. I'm gonna run this through. Try to. It's getting stuck for some reason. I think my plates are all funky here. Let's get everything situated. There we go. Oh my goodness, with this. It's just really thick. I had to to help it along just a little bit there. Okay. Where is my assistant? I know, Mom, you left. You were my assistant. All right, and then here's the big reveal. Dun, dun, dun. It was nice having an assistant when my mom was here last week. She was getting paper for me and all kinds of stuff, cutting pieces down. I don't have that right now. I wish I did. See, it didn't tear anything, and now I can stick it on my embossing machine for another time. Ta-da! And we made a frame. How cool is that? Oh, I love it. And now we have this piece that's stuck in here, so I'm gonna have to take your pick tool. I'm gonna take the little pokey piece here and poke this out. But I will take this. You could use this for another project, or you could just use the center for scrap, whatever you want to do. But this is a pretty good size, so you could use this for something else. Okay, so that's how I made that frame. Really easy. Put my dies off to the side here. Okay. Now, to make our little hinge, you notice we have this little hinge at the top here. Nobody's going to really pay attention to the back side. Don't worry. So we're going to take our paper trimmer, and we're going to use our scoring blade. Remember, the light gray is for scoring, and I'm going to take the top ends of the heart here and line it up with this first long line. That is my 1/4 inch mark right here. So 1/4 inch right here. We're going to line it up so both of these edges line up to that line right there. Make sure you can see it. So that first long line, and then I'm going to use this hand to hold it in place once I have it there. And then we're just going to score a couple times right along that edge to make those little flaps right there, okay? Then we'll fold that over. Oh, actually, I probably should have done it this way. Oh, it doesn't matter, whichever way you want it to be the inside. This will be it this way. Okay. So now we'll take our bone folder and we're going to burnish that. And then what we want to do is we're going to put a little bit of liquid glue. I'll zoom out just a little bit here. I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue on these flaps, and then we're just going to line everything up, and that's how we make our little heart. So cute. And actually, I think I want the more finished side to be on the inside, so I'm going to fold them the other way. I should have scored it upside down, I guess, but oh well. So we're gonna do it this way. I'm gonna put a little bit of liquid glue on these little flaps, and then just line everything up and press down. Oops, you might have to hold it just a little bit. But if you line the bottom and the edges up, it should fall into place right there. And that liquid glue gives you a little bit of time to kind of wiggle everything in place where you want it. And if you flip it over so you can see everything, you can kind of make sure your glue isn't seeping out like mine is doing. And kind of just push it down once you have it in place. Give it a second. That Post-it tape is awesome, Diana, I'm telling you. We used it in class and some of the girls were worried it was gonna tear their paper, but it's not super tacky. So once you pull it off, even with having that pressure of it going through the embossing machine, as long as you're slow with it, it won't tear your paper, which is awesome. All right, so now we've made our little card base. So fun, right? Okay, and then this piece, like I said, this is the pattern that we cut that has like the pink, looks like jeans, the pink jeans pattern on the back. We're just gonna glue that right to the top of this one. So I'm just gonna take some more liquid glue and just do a light layer all the way around. And we're gonna stick that right on top here. And just shimmy it into place. And then once you have it in place, you can kind of hold it with one hand and use the other hand to kind of rub all that glue in place there. All right. So now I have this piece here. This is 1 inch by 3.5. And we're gonna do a little stamping now. We're gonna take this Sending Lots of Love. I love this because it doesn't have to be Valentine's. It could be sending lots of love, love you, my heart belongs to you. It could be mine, XOXO, or Valentine's Day, but it could just be I love you and I miss you kind of thing. So it's not necessarily just Valentine's Day. All right, so sending lots of love. All right, and I am using an H block. I love these blocks. They have this little groove. It makes it really easy to grab these blocks. It's really nice. And then we're gonna use our Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And actually before that, so what did I do with that? Oh. Okay, so you guys are probably gonna laugh, but I struggle with making banner ends like this. So I actually saved my Banners Pick a Punch that's retired now, unfortunately. If you can do them by hand, more power to ya. But I have a really hard time. Mine always come out crooked or uneven. So I am going to use my Banners Pick a Punch before I stamp. But if you're doing it with scissors, and you can do it afterwards. But since I'm using my punch, I'm gonna make that little banner end first. But I will save this thing until it dies on me. I hope it never goes away. I hope it never dies. And if it does, I hope they bring it back because I use this thing all the time. I will never, ever get rid of it. Do you guys have a product like that you just love? I mean, I'm sure you have lots of products like that. If you're like my mom, who has a huge craft room full of all of her collections, what is your favorite thing that you guys have that you swear you'll never get rid of and you use it all the time? I would love to know. Mine is definitely that Banners Pick a Punch. So sending lots of love. Right there. And the black. Okay. And then we're going to put this kind of in the center. You want it to go off center just a little bit because we're going to trim that. So as best you can, try to make it even. And then make sure all the words are still over the heart, and we're gonna glue that down, and then we're gonna trim this excess right here. So you can glue it, or I might actually just use my seal because it's a little bit quicker, but whatever you use, don't go all the way to that edge because we're gonna end up trimming it off, and we're gonna put the frame over it like we did right here. So that little edge that doesn't get glued down is gonna be put in place. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so we're just going to right about there. Looks like it's straight. And then I'm gonna flip that over. I'm gonna grab my snips. The reindeer punch. Oh, what was that set? no, not the gingerbread. What was that set called, Mom? Do you remember? I hope they come out with another one like that. That was so cool, where you could just use it so many different ways. The owl punch was so popular back in the day too. I remember people love that thing. You could do so many different things with it. Okay, so we trimmed that, so that's what it looks like now. And then we're gonna, before we do our little flower, we're actually gonna put the frame on over this. So very carefully, we're gonna take some liquid glue and try not to get it on our fingers, because that always seems to be the way, isn't it? You get it on your fingers and then it's all over the place. So I'm just gonna take a light line of liquid glue. And luckily this frame is pretty wide, so it's pretty forgiving. There we go, just like that, just a little bit. Let's see if I can hold it up and not get glue all over myself so you can see. Just a light line of glue all the way around that heart, and then just very carefully flip that over and put it on that edge. And then adhere that down over the frame. Oh, I love this. It's so pretty. I can't believe we're working on Valentine's type projects already and it's Halloween tomorrow. That's so crazy to me. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there's that. So now we just need to do this little flower, which is also from the stamp set here. This Hearts of Elegance. We're going to use this little leaf with the little three, or this little bunch, I guess, with the 3 leaves, and then this little flower. I'm going to get some scrap paper here. Got a bunch. And I don't know if that's going to be big enough. I've got a couple little scraps here. I have a huge pouch full of it. Hi, Phyllis. Thanks so much for joining us. Okay, excuse me. Let's see here. Oh, my block's right here. So for this block, I'm using a C block and Cookie Cutter Christmas. That's right, Mom. Oh, I love that one. All right, so I'm going to take these leaves, which would be right there. I don't know why it was just sitting on the top, but it was probably from when I was playing with it before. And we're going to use Old Olive for the leaves. Now, if you have a hard time opening these pads, I know they can be kind of stiff sometimes. So if you just have the pad face up towards you like this and take your thumbs in the top center where this hinges and push down, your pad should pop open pretty easily. Also, it can be kind of sticky when you slide it back and forth. Just take like some lip balm or a wax candle and rub it up and down those hinges and move them back and forth, and that should help it glide a little bit easier as well. I know they can be, these new pads, I say new, we've had these for a little while, but newer pads. They're not like the old linen pads that we had. They can be a little stiff sometimes. So we're just going to stamp the Old Olive leaves, and then we'll close that up. And you just pull where this little tray is and flip it over. And now we're going to grab Pretty in Pink for the flower. We're going to grab that. And we have this pretty flower. I love this flower too. It's kind of different from what Stampin' Up has had in the past. I really like it. All right, and then again, we'll take our thumbs towards that hinge and push down, and that'll help pop up that lid. And now for this little scrap piece, I'm gonna ink up Pretty in Pink and stamp that. Very nice. All right, I'll grab our bossing machine one more time. Yeah, Cookie Cutter Christmas was really cool. I like that set because you could use it so many different ways. I love when Stampin' Up comes up with something like that. It's real versatile. All right, and then the dies we're gonna use. So this little die here goes for the flower. And then you have this little die here that goes for this leaf, that goes with that. And this die goes with the other leaf that's in here, this little like branch right here. Okay, so zoom out a little bit more so you can see the die cutting. And again, I'm going to use that the Post-it note tape, excuse me, not Scotch tape. Oop. I put it back on my embossing machine so that I wouldn't lose it. You can use it over and over again, which is really nice. So we're gonna line this up here, just like that. I'm gonna take this tape and put it down. And then the flower, if you look at it, you can kind of see like this has a little petal and two big ones, which is kind of what this looks like. So you can kind of line it up that way. Just kind of pick a point and see that's not even the right one. So you find another little petal and kind of rotate it. There we go. But eventually you'll find the spot that lines up. It makes it a lot easier than when they're like almost a perfect circle and it doesn't line up like some of them. All right, so there's that flower. We're gonna use that Post-it note tape again. You won't get rid of your Stamparatus. I don't blame you, Lori. I really hope they come up with something to replace that. I have not heard of anything, but that would be really nice. I would love that. All right. All right, guys, so don't forget, we're gonna be done with our project soon. So if you haven't yet and you want to be entered into the prize drawing, make sure to go to the very top of the chat where you see that black bar where it says Stamp Camp with Jen, and click on that form to be entered to win tonight's prize, which is the peppermints. I'll be calling the prize winner pretty soon here when we're done. Before I call the prize winner, I have some more online exclusives that I want to show you real quick, and then we'll get into the prize. But see, this doesn't tear, and now I'm just going to stick it on my handle of my embossing machine and save it for another use. I just use them over and over again until they tear or they kind of get to the point where they're too small, because you can tear them into little pieces, and sometimes I just get to be too small to use. All right, so now, as you can see here, we have the little flower and the leaves. So what I like to do is kind of put it on here and figure out exactly where I want it to be, and that where I want the flower to be, excuse me. And then I'm gonna kind of put the leaves tucked in behind it there. So I like to lay things out first before I glue them, just to kind of figure out what looks good to me. And then once I kind of have it where I want it, then I'll just pick up little pieces and glue them down. But first we're just gonna glue, we're gonna put a little bit of glue at the base of the stem here. Now, if you noticed here, I kind of use this little petal and kind of put it towards the inside. And that's probably what I'll do here. And it doesn't matter if that glue kind of squeezes over, because we're gonna end up gluing all this down anyway. So I'm gonna kind of move that around until I get it where I want it to be. And then now that I have them glued together, I'll flip the whole thing over and kind of put a little bit of glue on the back here. And we're just gonna kind of glue that right to the frame, just like that. Oh, so pretty. Love it. Okay, so last little thing, we need our little piece here on the inside to write our message. Like I said, this is that this little stitch chart we have right here. That's what we used to die cut this piece out. I did it before the video. So I'm just going to, on the back side here, put a little bit of liquid glue. Open this up. And then just make sure it should fit right below your score lines. The top of this white heart should go right below the bottom of those, right underneath those score lines that you made. So it won't impede the card in any way. And it's lined up all the way around that border, okay? And now it closes and you have a cute little heart-shaped card to send to somebody. And like I said before, it fits perfectly in a normal size envelope. And if you wanted to decorate the little flap with some designer series paper, you could always do that. But how cute is that? What do you guys think? I hope that you try it. Let me know what you think. Give me a little thumbs up or a heart. And like I said, real quick, we're gonna go over, I'm gonna show you a couple more of the online exclusives that'll be available next week. And then we'll do our prize drawing. So exciting. Okay, so the awesome color coach will be available next week. This is so neat. It comes in a little pack like this. And actually this white piece and the colors and the little brad are all separate. So you just put it together. But on the back, you have an explanation of all the different types of colors and how to use them. So if you wanted to do triadic, you would just pick a color, like say we want fresh freesia, and we would just point it. You could put fresh freesia anywhere in this little section and then pick these two colors from this little triadic section. Monochromatic would be anything in that one section. Complementary is opposite of each other of the wheel. So like Melon Mambo and Soft Sea Foam would be complementary to each other. And then analogous is 3 colors side by side. So that's why it's so big. So if you wanted to do like say Poppy Parade, Melon Mambo, and Berry Burst, you could make 3 colors in this little chart here. So, but that'll be available starting November 5th in that online exclusives release. I believe it was $12.50. This is the one I got at On Stage last year. It's pretty similar, but I think they took out the ink colors. Like we have the ink colors in the one we got at On Stage for demonstrators, but this one does not have the ink colors. So it's a timeless piece. You'll be able to use it year after year after year. So I actually pull this out quite a bit to kind of reference what colors might go together. And I think it's a really cool tool. It's a good one to have in your craft room. Okay. So another thing that's part of that Hearts of Elegance suite are the gift bags combo pack. You get 16 of them. There's 2 different sizes. It's the first time I'm opening these, but I had an idea for a project that I'll probably do soon. But I wanted to see how big they are in person. These are adorable. These are so tiny, but they're white, and then you can decorate them up however you want. And then this one, let's see how this compares to an envelope for sizing. So an envelope, it's almost the same size as an envelope. It's like a little bit wider than an envelope. So if you're looking at it for size, it's the same width, but maybe like a 1/4 of an inch taller. So pretty neat. So those will be available. And then they have this otter suite that is really cute. These otter dies, Otterly Amazing. You're Otterly Amazing, love you lots, we're cute together. And then they have these cute dies that go with it. Is the color wheel sturdy? Yes, it is actually. It's very thick, and it almost feels like it has like a matte finish, but it's also kind of like a soft, it's hard to describe. It's soft. It's not like sleek feeling like paper. I don't know. But yes, it is very sturdy. It's not flimsy at all. Lori, that's a good question. All right, and then these dies for the Otterly Amazing. I love this set, so cute. It's first time opening these. Da, da, da. So they have like some fish, otters. I think these are like little stones, a tree trunk. I think this cuts out like some of the bushes, some little branches or seaweed or something, bubbles. This piece will actually make little line impressions or little line cuts in your card or your paper, so that you can like put the otter kind of behind something in your card. So I will definitely be playing with these soon, but it's very, very cute. Okay. And then in that suite, there's this Lost Lagoon soft cording that comes with it. You love the color coach but don't have one, Barbara? Well, don't worry, you'll be able to order it next week. So there's this Lost Lagoon. Okay, guys, how do we find, there we go. How do we find the beginning of twine or cord? Do you guys struggle with that? I just kind of like rotate it, but sometimes they're very hard to find. Oh, look at that. So this is very slick, so I'm not sure how this will do tying a bow, if it's gonna come together, but it's pretty thick, so I don't know if it would come apart. It seems like it would stay together pretty well. You have to really pull it, but no, I mean, if you pull it real tight, that's not going anywhere. That's very good, yeah. I thought for sure it would unravel, but if you pull it tight when you pull the bow, you can still adjust it and it won't really go anywhere. So Lost Lagoon cord, and then these, oh my gosh, these are so pretty. Riverside Irregular Pearls. These are gorgeous. Looks like 3 different colors, like a pearlescent. This one's kind of gray, and this is like a almost like Pretty Peacock is what it looks like, but those are so pretty. Love it. All right, and then we'll go through this paper. The otter paper. So this is called Otterly Adorable Designer Series paper. Just have to find the little seam here with my scissors. There we go. All right, so this one, I believe you can take the dies and die cut some of them maybe, I'm not really sure. Then the back has the school of fish. Could never find the start of the twine. I know, Jean, it's so frustrating. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, you still have a couple minutes left to fill out that form. I pinned the form to the very top of the live chat. It's in a little black bar. You can click on that form and fill it out real quick. We'll be doing the giveaway here very soon. There's the back side of that one with the fish and the seaweed. Oh, seaweed, we had Korean food night. I actually used to live in South Korea. My husband and my son and my daughters, we were all stationed out there when my husband and I were in the military. And so we like to have Korean food night, and seaweed, dried seaweed, is something they eat with rice, and it's delicious. My son's been eating it since he was a baby, and my nephew, who's 9, was really leery about it. He said it sounded too weird, but my son said, oh, you have to try it, it's so good. And that was one of his favorite things, I think, that he tried on the trip. So it's really salty. It just kind of tastes like a cracker almost with the salt. And then it has kind of a fishy taste to it because it's from the ocean, but it's really good. If you've never tried it before. Oh, they're so cute looking at each other. I love these guys, so cute. I know some people don't like the cutesy, but I love all the little animals and all the cutesy stuff. That's definitely my style here. And this is the last sheet. Right here, so pretty. And the colors for this pack are, oh, there's a bunch. Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Calypso Coral, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Garden Green, Gray Granite, Lemon Lime Twist, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive Pecan Pie, Pool Party, and Pretty Peacock. So basically a bunch of greens and grays and browns. But very cute, very, very cute. Okay, so I am going to pull up the form now so I can do the drawing. Sorry, I can't share my screen. I don't have that capability with my phone. I don't have any of those fancy programs that do it. Let's see here. Responses. Ooh, 19. Look at you guys. Download. Here. I'll put I took my Maleficent ears off, but I will put them back on and you guys can see my face while I do this at least here. There we go. All right, so the form is closed now. I'm going to pull up everybody's name and put them in the drawing here. Let's see. You just have to watch me do it. I don't have the share screen right now. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. All right. And then the names. Let's see. I'm using Wheel of Names here. And I'm going to click to spin. Oh, thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. The winner is Gail. Didn't put a last name. I think I know who that Gail is, though. The winner is Gail. Gail, put a comment in the chat so I know you're still here and you win the peppermints. I'll give you about a minute, and if you don't comment, then I'm going to move on to the next person. Let's see if Gail is still here. Gail, are you there? If you're still here, make a comment. Otherwise, I'm going to draw another winner. I'll give her a couple minutes. Oh, you love the cute, but think of them at the zoo, the otters. I just think of, when I see the otters, I think of SeaWorld, and they have like a little otter show where they get them to do like little tricks and stuff, and that's what makes me think of it. All right, Gail, I'll give you about 10 more seconds, and then I'm gonna pick somebody else. I don't like to do that, but okay. All right, let's pick another winner. Gail's not here. There we go. All right, next is Barb Kondorsky. Barb, are you here? Let me know. Put a comment in the chat if you're here. First one to comment wins. Come on, Barb. Are you here, Barb? You guys got to be present to win. I want you to win. There, Barb. Yay. You don't have to comment me, Barb. I have your address. You don't have to send me a message. I will get these out to you tomorrow. Congratulations. Yay. So don't forget, guys, next Wednesday, I will be doing my first card class for the holidays. If you place an order, you'll be able to get the card kits for free with a 35 or more order. And then if you bump it up to $50, you'll be able to get whatever my embellishment is for that week. You'll need to place an order by next Sunday. I'll go over all that again. But I will be doing a giveaway each week in November and December. I won't be live the week of Thanksgiving or the week of Christmas, but all the other weeks I will be live. We will have a giveaway and you'll need to be present to win, okay? So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Don't forget to join me next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Set a reminder for yourself. I will send you one on Facebook as well. So make sure to follow me on Facebook so you get those reminders. But I really appreciate all of you guys joining me. I hope you have a great Halloween tomorrow, whatever you do. Maybe get into some crafting, eat lots of candy. And I will see you next Wednesday, and we'll be in November. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry, Gail. I had to skip you. You didn't comment soon enough, so I went on to the next person. But join me again next week. You'll have another chance. All right, guys. Have a great night. Thanks again for joining me. And until next time, be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.